Well, hello folks, good morning, how are you? Welcome to another video, hope you're doing well. So you see the title of the video, I talk about something quite close to my heart, and it's something I always struggle with every winter. Quite difficult to talk about it, and that's motivation. I'll tell you what, it's even a simple thing as getting dressed and getting out the door. That's my hardest motivation sometimes. Amount of clothing and decisions you have to make before you get out the door. It should be so easy, but really difficult for me. What's making it harder, of course, is the lockdown as well. If you live in the Grimsby Cleethorpes area, just send me an email, get in touch. It's great just to ride with other people, because that's the time of year, you know, the weather's crummy. Sometimes I just need to kick up the arse to get outside. Swift might be your thing. I've just signed up for that for the next couple of months. Again, similar, if you want to set up a meet-up, do it. Get in touch, send me the link, I don't know how it works. Like today, for instance, it was obviously I was sending a few emails out, responding to a few things, and I started to get dressed, and as soon as I walked out the door, hail and snow. So I'm like, fuck it, just keep going sort of thing. So I'm probably out for a couple of hours today, because the weather's supposed to take a turn for the worse this afternoon, and I just, you know, I want to get out. I need just to bloody clear my head more than anything else, get a bit of fresh air, things like that. So yeah, I just want to share that with you today. It's not how to get over motivation at all. I'm sharing my motivational issues, which they come back year on year, and somehow I make it through to the spring. One motivation to get me in the mindset, what I thought about, is doing a few different videos on the channel. Things like top this, top that, you know, top 5 cycling tips, top 5 lockdown cycling tips, top 5 cycling YouTubers, things like that. I think we're all guilty of this one, criticising ourselves and perhaps not giving ourselves enough encouragement and things like that. Kind of feeling a little bit pressured at the moment with TCR, only 7 months away, and I'm not very good at structuring my week and committing myself to my training, especially this time of year as well. So, Zwift. Rather be outdoors. Although I need to stop seeing those so lazy and get myself on it. So again, feel free to invite me. Anything. I need to get myself a structured week. It's just been 2020 has been so damaging in many ways. The 9 to 5 was always there. The lunch, break was always there. Everything fitted nicely together, and 2021 is looking like a continuation of 2020. And although this wasn't meant to be a how-to video in any shape or form, perhaps I ought to share a few tips and actually take them in myself and practice them. I suppose motivating yourself at this time of year is, well, we're just getting out the door as quick as you can. That's number one. Try to keep the rides interesting and varied. And don't force yourself to do a ride that you don't want to do. Go and do something different. And a bonus tip, one which I just thought of, perhaps something I should heed more closely this time of year, is set realistic goals. Don't go dreaming of 300 and 400 kilometre rides, which this time of year is a given, everything going on in the world. Hard thing to consider going and doing this side of March. Okay, let's talk about something different. I feel like I've been ranting all morning. So, positive, stay positive. Did you find time to watch my last video? My TCR bike setup video. A few ideas in there, things to think about for the year ahead. I was sending emails about dynamo hubs last night at midnight, try and get some quotes on things. Something I did forget to mention in that video is, if you're interested in any of the things you saw, I do have links below each of my videos. Click through there and have a look at the item, see what you think to it. A few of those are on Amazon as well, and if you do purchase through any of those links, do get a little bit of a kickback. Any small sort of a commission is of course welcome, and lots of the time that money goes straight back into the channel as well, buying equipment and things like that. Here's a question for anybody who owns a GoPro. Most of the GoPros have voice control, so you can turn it on and off and stop and start. So the question I have for the vloggers out there, or anybody who owns a GoPro, so often it can't hear what you're saying, it doesn't understand you. Do you often find yourself speaking in a posh accent, old chap, in order to get it to turn itself off? I know I do. So wet this winter, so wet. I've avoided going out in the rain a lot this winter. I really need to get used to it again, but there's nothing worse than cold rain or even snow. So there's nothing much to tell you about today's ride, in that got no route. I'm just heading out aimlessly for a change, which feels quite liberating actually, and just getting on your bike and moving, I guess, and just forgetting about how fast you're going, all those sort of things, which I do. I still spend a lot of time looking down at the screen, and as much as I've got a race taking place this summer, sometimes you just need a bit of downtime, don't you? Step right up, get your free pony poo here. So I'm just heading through the village of Yarborough, heading back home north. But it started raining properly now, hailstone. Gonna try and go on Zwift for an hour later on, see how that goes. There we go, 27 kilometres done up to this point. So it's probably be mid-30s, close to 40 I guess. Don't know, don't care, not looking at numbers, Richard, today. It's easy to become self-obsessed with the numbers, look at them all the time, and because I've not got a route loaded, I'm finding myself not having a need to look down there as often. I'm just enjoying the ride. Did think about heading onto the hills actually today, and I thought, well, it's a bit nice. It's quite cold. Snow's supposed to be settling in for the rest of the day, at least on higher ground. Not taking that risk. Talking of the weather, I mentioned a few videos back SSW, sudden stratospheric warming. So by no means am I a weather expert, and I've never claimed to be, but in simple terms what I understand it to mean is an SSW, when that occurs, which apparently did begin this week, is that more often than not the zone of winds closer down in the atmosphere where we live. They often reverse in the northern hemisphere, although not always, like I say, and it could be anywhere really, I guess. You would say Russia, Asia, Europe, could be anywhere really where the winds get reversed. So there's no guarantee. Often it can happen within anywhere between 10 to 30 days. And when it does, it usually sits around for a while. So potentially, only potentially, we might be in for a long winter, cold pegged back temperatures if we get an easterly setting in. So keep your eye on the weather forecast. I may well be forced into getting used to Swift through having no choice. Let's see anyway. My faith in weather forecasters is not extremely high. It's not an exact science, and the number of times you've gone out on your bike and it expected X and you've got Y. So there's another tip for you. When you're riding out in the winter, look for the trend in the forecast, not the exact forecast of what they're saying. What's it more likely to do on your ride? So close to home now, I'm going to sign off here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you've not found it too much of a rant. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell as well to get those notifications. So for me here in Fulstow, I'm going to leave you with one final message. See you later everyone, bye bye.